Hey friends, my name's Catherine and today we are going to be making a paper balloon. This is a paper balloon. You blow it up with your breath and you fold it out of paper. You start off with a square bit of paper. If you don't already have a square paper, you can make any rectangle square by folding one corner across and making it line up so that you've got a right triangle and then removing the excess. In this case, I've got Chiagami paper that I'm working with, so I don't have to worry about it not being square. I do want the print side to be on the outside though, so I'm going to take and turn the print down. Now what we're going to do is just do some basic quick folds. We will go from one corner to the other and give it a crease, and then do the same thing from the opposite two corners and give it a crease. So now we should have an X across our paper. Then we are going to fold it in half so that those two lines across meet up with each other, so the opposite corners meet, and then the same thing again so that the opposite corners meet the other way, and give it a crease. And now we should have something that's sort of like a star on our paper, which is excellent. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take and fold in. So what we are going to hold down that center point and make two corners. So holding down that center point, we are going to make two corners meet and then crease it the opposite direction because we had a crease going the other way. So those two corners now meet, and then we are going to make the opposite two corners meet. So we're basically creasing it in the opposite direction that we'd previously done. Go. Okay, so now those two corners should meet and we should be able to fold it down into a right triangle again. So you've got two flaps there, two flaps there. Perfect. We are a third of the way done. Now we're going to take the corner of each of those two flaps and fold it up to our top edge. So line it up along the middle crease. There should be a crease right down the center here, and press it up to the edge and then crease it down, and then line it up along that middle crease, matching it to the other side, and then press it down. You should have something looking like a funny hat. Flip it over, do the same thing to the other side. Line it up, press it down, line it up, and press it down. So now we should be back to a square again. Hey, we're getting there. Okay, then what we are going to do is take, it doesn't matter which way you do it, so that the open ends are away from you or towards you, whichever. We're just going to line it up so that the center line, where the pages are not attached to one another, is up and down. So with that center line up and down, we are going to take one of our outermost edges and press it toward the middle, lining it up with that center line and giving it a crease. And then same thing again with the other side so that those points point toward one another, and give it a crease. Flip it over, do the same thing to the opposite side again. There we are. Line everything up, press it down, and everything up, and press it down. Okay, now it should be getting a little small, which is the way that you want it to be. Now, you should have a closed end and an open end. And by that I mean you've got flappy sides on one side and nothing that flaps on the other end, on our two pointed ends. So from the end that flaps, we are going to take and fold it so that this outer edge matches up with this outer edge. So fold it down like that. Do the same thing all the way around, making the outer edges line up with one another, and then flip it over, do the same thing. It will not do it on the opposite side, which is why we checked and we found the side with the flappy parts, because it hasn't got the flaps, there's nothing to fold. There we go. Okay, now we are most of the way there. This is going to be one of the next to last steps. You lift back up those flaps you just folded down and the flap underneath and open it up to reveal a pocket. There's a pocket inside, and we tuck the flap that we folded down into the pocket. Same thing with the other one. Lift the flap up and tuck it into the pocket. Flip it over, flap up, into the pocket, and then flap up and into the pocket. Okay, now the last step, and this step is optional, but it does make a nicer balloon in the end, is to take those pointed ends and fold them over in both directions so that they line up with those predominant triangles. Go one and then the other, and then the same thing with the other side. One way, and then the other way. Okay. That is our balloon, folks. It's done. Enjoy it. Look at how pretty it is. We haven't blown it up. It doesn't look like this. Not the same thing. Okay. So what we're going to do is just kind of take and find our wings and just open them up a little bit, and when we do, we will notice one end has an opening and the other one does not. On the end that has an opening, take it to your mouth, and it should, if you can get a good, there we go, should blow up. And then with a little bit of straightening, because mine never end up straight for some reason. Other people can make them end up straight and perfect and pretty their first blow up, but mine never end up straight. But anyway, with a little bit of straightening, you then have a paper balloon. That's what I did today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you make some, I hope you make them on pretty patterned paper. But even if you don't make them on pretty patterned paper, make them out of regular paper and then chuck them at your friends. Because chucking a ball of air almost never hurt anybody. I will see you all another day, and remember to subscribe. Bye!